Hello everybody, my name is Master Koper and welcome back to another video. Today I would like to talk about thought forms. I'm plan to make one video for magicians and one video about philosophy and meditational development, if that makes sense. And to keep it balanced, I myself don't use magic anymore, but I found that in the past, whenever I was starting out, it helped me a lot in order to progress and learn. So I don't want to leave that part out and take away the opportunity for people who are looking and seeking more information on magic, as well as I don't want to be leaving behind the path on which I am on right now. So today I will be talking about thought forms, just as I said. Thought form is a creature that you create. It is about the size of a ball, and there are two types. There's a simple thought form and a complex thought form. The simple thought form is usually created for a very short duration of time to complete a single task and then is diminished. Whereas complex thought forms are created to complete more complex tasks. This is another thing. The simple thought forms can only do very simple tasks and are not really that useful after you have enough power and energy in order to sustain complex thought forms, because the simple thought forms, they harvest the energy that is around them. Therefore you need to constantly keep calling it back in order to empower it, give it your energy, because since they collect the energy from their surroundings, they can become wild very quickly, because there's, as you are aware, there's negativity and positivity in this world, and depending on which surrounding the thought form finds itself in, it could become wild and start causing mischief if it absorbs too much negativity. This is why it is important to keep calling it back in order to give it more power and more pure energy that you need. Whereas with the complex thought forms it is a bit different. They use a lot more energy, but you can direct them to come back ever so often and harvest and take the energy from a certain source, whether it be an object or another human, and they do not become wild so easily because they have that constant stream of energy that you provide them with. Also, you can give them multiple tasks or one very complex task which will go out and do. It is important to name your thought form with a very unique name that is not very common, because every time you say that name or think about it, your thought form will be called. And you do not want somebody on the other side of the globe just start calling your thought form every time it speaks to their friend. So, yeah, in order to create a thought form, you need to go into a meditative state, relax your body, and imagine a big bright ball of light and sustain it. Once you do that, you give your intention of the action that you wanted to perform. I'm talking about simple thought form right now. You can figure out the complex one very easily yourself, because the process is very similar, except there's just that one more step of adding the source of energy from which it will take. So, to create a simple thought form, you need to calm down, go into meditative state, create the ball, name it, give a very unique name to it, and give it its mission. Also, you can tell it to come back to you every X amount of days, or you can call it yourself, but you need to remember about talking to it and giving it the energy so it doesn't become wild. You can tame the wild thought forms, but there's really not a lot of point. It depends what you need. You can access the information from the wild form that you taken and see who was trying to do what with it, which may be helpful for a person for some reason. But yeah, this is how you create basic thought forms, and the more complex one, you just add that step of creating the source of energy for it, or specifying the source of energy which will feed from. And in order to destroy your thought form, you need to summon it, and you need to sort of see like la- black color s- squeezing it until it completely disappears, and you may need to do that a couple of times if the phone was alive for long. Also, whenever you're creating it, you can state for how long it is going to be alive for, and after that you could say commit suicide, destroys itself. But this is basically all the information I have for you right now when it comes to thought forms. Thought forms are very simple to work with, they're very easy to create. You can imbue the form to a specific physical object as well, so it empowers that object, and you can use it as a reference point so you don't forget about it. But and you can that way you can feed it and charge it as you go. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you've learned something, and I shall see you next video. Goodbye.